MDO podcast. We in the building. My dog looking at me like, who you talking to? MDO podcast. We in the building. Episode 7, I think, or if not 7, 8. I don't know. I think no, episode 7. We're talking about relationships, man, and we're gonna get right into it. So we talking about the bloodhound. We talking about it's crazy. I said we talking about relationships, but then I talking then I jump right into the beef between the bloodhounds and Risky Road. So all of this has we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about, bro. But we talking about relationships and hip hop, relationships and drill, and this has six. I feel like everything we talk about has 6 degrees of separation from everything. On this podcast, there's no dummies on here. So if you want anything stupid, get off it right now. Get off right now, bro. We ain't doing no idiot ish over here. I'm trying not to curse. I want that AdSense. Need that AdSense. But yeah, yeah, and I tell people this. Listen, even if, do me a favor, y'all. Everything I ask y'all for is free. So if you don't like the podcast and you're not even gonna watch the podcast, if you're on your way to work and you just let it play out, let it play. If you're going to sleep, just let it play. When you charging your phone, let it play. Just give me that time. That's money. That's money for me. It's not a cash app. It's not a super chat. It's not none of that. You know. So I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm gonna be very redundant when it comes to that. Drop them likes, drop them comments, and if you're not gonna watch it, at least when you go to bed or you're charging your phone, let the podcast play out. Let YouTube know y'all rocking with it, or just help me fake it till I make it. That's how America was built, baby. I'm not gonna sit here and try to front for y'all. Help me fake it till I make it. Even if you don't like it. And when I get everything popping the way I want to, you might get a free sweatshirt. Who knows? But let's get into it, man. So yeah, man, this been a real I told y'all a lot of times we gonna do visual streams, but I'm real busy right now. I should be going back to bed for a little while, but I want to get this content out, bro, because there's a lot going on. So besides the Q50 situation, Fat Soul situation, and his baby mom, we also got a situation with Sharice Mills and Loose Cannon. They've recently broke up. Loose Cannon is doing time in the feds for I can't even give you his direct charge. You would have to go look that up because these dudes got so much going on. I could say something and told y'all before. I'm not the law guy. When I talk about law, I'm gonna be very Pacific. I'm not these guys that's gonna break down like statutes and who did this and how they did it. I'm gonna be very direct. And for the intricates, for the fancy stuff, until further notice, you're gonna have to look up some of that stuff yourself. But yeah, bro. So just blunt out real quick. Smoking that Chiba. What Fats is going through now, to my knowledge, shouldn't be drinking the soda, man. Gotta take a break from the soda for a little while. To my knowledge, Fats' girl is older than him because I'm a huge fan of both parties. I felt like Fats. If you go to my page, you'll see one of my earlier videos was me doing a music review with Fats. Now listen, hey, anybody that want me to do a music review for my rappers out there, if you want me to do a music review, and I'm very honest, I don't play around with nothing I do. I'm very honest, and I feel like me being honest could only help you grow as an artist. If anybody wants me to do a music review or a review of their content, I will be happy to do it for free of charge. And for limited time, but I'll do it. And yeah, bro. I want to say I kind of slowed down with the music a little bit because let me tell you, bro, this music stuff. Besides, like I've been talking about music, but as far as me playing music, it's been real sketchy, bro. Like, it's been real hit and miss. Like, I have a way to figure it out as far as figuring out. I have a way to figure out what music can be played and what can't be played. But testing it out so much, it just been long story short, it's been a lot of red tape as far as posting content with people music in it. Because let me tell you, sometimes like I'll have somebody music and it'll be out of 5 songs, it'll be one song that's like, oh, it can't be played in here. And I just don't like to make waves, bro. I'm a real smooth dude. I try to be as non-stepping on toe-ish as possible, if that makes sense. And I feel like if I still do music reviews, it would have to be me not playing so much of, because I try to play only but so much of the content as far as playing the music. But I think I would have to just if I continue to do music, it would have to be with maybe somebody who's not known so much, because the bigger the artist, just the more headache it is, and I got enough headaches in life. So the situation with on Fatso and his baby mom, bro. Let me tell you. Now, Tay Capone has said something about the situation. I'm still doing my homework. I know y'all mad at me. I know every time I get on here, y'all say, every time I get on here, I say I didn't do my homework on a certain situation, and that's me slacking. I just do a lot, bro. I do a lot, bro. For real. You see, my name is Stony, so I be smoking too. So not promoting that kids stay in school, but gotta slow down with the bud. But yeah, shout out to everybody that been jumping on the showing support to the podcast. I see y'all out there. I see y'all, bro. We growing. I see y'all out there. We even got people that come to the podcast and don't stay, and that's cool. So this is the one thing about just like I got a Call of Duty club. People stay, people go. The door is always open, and that's how this community is. You know, people come, people go, and the fact that we talking about relationships, I feel like the fact that we talking about relationships is perfect. Because you can come, you can go. You just can't disrespect nobody in the community. Nobody gonna disrespect you, and we all gonna treat each other like kings and queens. And I know it sounds cliche, but if you really think about it, if people did that more, this world would definitely be different. So yeah, let's get into it, man. As far as the shenanigans go, I just feel like this is what, when you have when you are in the spotlight, everybody around you is in the spotlight. So this is what goes into something that Tay Capone, and something that just I would say in general, but this is something that he was kind of alluding to in weeks prior. Whatever you do, you got to be careful who you deal with, because whatever you do now, they got the light. Because let me tell you, when this situation first occurred, you know, the blogs was putting her up, but they was covering her up, so you didn't know what she looked like. They was only showing her legs. Then they was showing her body, as in not her body as in naked or anything, but they was showing her body as in like before they would show the clips, they would only show her feet and her legs or whatever, and then it rolls up, and now they're showing her whole face. Before, the face had the emoji on it, you couldn't see who she was, but now her face is out there. And you know, one thing I say is good about it is if she uses it this way, if she uses this situation to actually come up and make money off this, then I could say, you know what, I don't agree with it, but she monetizes off a situation where hopefully she can make money herself. And yeah, Fatso have to help with the baby. I'm not saying that. So we're not going to get into that part. But what I am saying is, a lot of this was done. Well, I don't want to talk out of my right now. I don't want to do that. We know this situation is related to money in certain type of way. Now, this is what I will say. People not gonna agree with me right now, but and if I can please everybody, then I'll have 1 million followers with 1 million views and $1 million. a million Bugattis, right? This is what I'm gonna say. If you gonna spend thousands and thousands of dollars on something that's bullshit, and that's bullshit when you think about how how fast life is and how fast things change. Like, I know Fatso is probably too young to even think about buying a business, and I don't really want to say that because his maturity is probably maturity probably outdoes mine. Who knows, to a certain degree, because that young man is um beyond his time in certain ways. In certain ways he's not. Because let me tell you, this situation. I say this a lot of times. We only human. We only human. I'm gonna repeat this again. We only human. And when I say that we only human, I say that to say no matter who you are, no matter how stern you are, no matter how disciplined you are, no matter who you are, it's certain situations that I feel like if they occur, it could bring us to act in a way that's not king and that's not in the class of a king and not in the class of a queen, if you get my drift. That's like if you come from work and you see somebody banging your chick, you gonna go crazy. I don't care how you gonna go crazy on somebody. I am. If a chick you paying your man phone bill and you see somebody else, I don't know, there's something crazy. Or matter of fact, you find ladies, how y'all are. You see some shit. You paying his phone bill. You see some shit on his phone. Some crazy. This is regular ish, but this relationship is crazy, man. So when you doing stuff for people, if he was gonna buy that girl, because he bought the girl that he with something very expensive. I think a necklace or some type of jewelry. It was some type of jewelry, bro. And I'm gonna say this: you can do what you want with your money, but the moment you start showing it to the world, and the moment I know, the moment that it's to the world, it's like you can't tell your. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say, like I said. All right. You're just giving yourself more problems if you're gonna make huge purchases on Instagram, and then even if you are doing for your child, if you're making huge purchases, it's just gonna make he should have just not even posted that. Certain things just don't post. Certain things just don't post. Or what you could do is, and maybe it doesn't matter, once you post it, it's out there, and you know how some women are, they just got their receipts or whatever, use that as ammunition. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So how do I feel about her calling Bloodhound Q50? I don't want to laugh, bro. I don't want to laugh, bro. I don't want to laugh, bro. I don't want to laugh, G. Alright, so Fatso's a rapper, and like I said, it might this situation, and I want to talk about Q50 in a little bit too, right? But this situation, she could end up like an Ari, maybe. Will she start dating rappers? I don't think so. I don't know, but you don't never know. Will she have a 20 verse one after this? I don't know. But you never know, because let me tell you, you don't know who was who, and you don't know who was behind her. You don't know who's with her. because she could easily blow up off of this if the right people's around her, or if depending on what her mindset is. Who knows? You know, she could have got a taste of the you know the attention disease, and yeah, you never know, bro. You never know. I said I was gonna get on Q50 a little bit, right? Yeah. So Q50. Hey man, I'm gonna say this, bro. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna just get on Q50 because we gotta bring this is Chirac Court. I'm gonna bring my Chirac Court from my old channel to this channel, and I hope y'all like it. But yeah, we got this. We in Chirac Court, man. We're gonna bring Fatso and Q50 up to the stand. So yeah, bro. Now the beef between Fatso, or well, let's say the beef between Bloodhound and Risky Road has been up and down, up and down, up and down, and now this has just brought it to a whole new level, bro. Because just brought it to a whole new level. Lady, let me. This is what I want to say, right? It This situation brought it to a whole new level. But this is what I hope, bro. I hope dudes is just capping. I hope dudes is just capping because this is good for them. And when I say good for them, as far as publicity, this is good. This is good for them. But I hope it's like this, right? If they're gonna have beef regardless. But I hope this don't make a situation that like I know Fatso set us up, but once you've seen Q50 leave and go to LA, that's a good move. I feel like Q50 right now is. I feel like for a little while, Bloodhound had a little bit of advantage on Risky Road. Then Risky Road had a little bit of advantage on, well, for a lot of while, Bloodhound had an advantage on Risky Road. Then things started tipping the scale, and I don't even mean as far as the situation with CEO Hawkham, RIP him. I don't really mean that, so to speak. But things started tipping the scale, and for a little while, it was looking like Risky Road was just stunting on them a little something. And then I seen the situation where Fats made. Okay, so let's talk about how this transpired as far as the I'm sparking my blunt, y'all. Excuse me. So hold on. So let's talk about how this situation transpired, right? Risky Road and Bloodhound was beefing, and like I said, it would seem as if Bloodhound had the advantage on Risky Road for a little while, and then it would seem if Risky Road had the advantage. But then this all started when YFG Fatso posted. He made that money trail saying that Vert was broke. So once he made that money trail saying Vert was broke, I thought that they was gonna keep on clowning him, and I'm like, damn, like it seemed like Fatso, Fatso on them been shining on, they've been flexing on Q50 on them for a little while now. And then what happens? So then the next day you get Q50 posting that post we seen at Fatso baby mother crib. So yeah, man, like it's wild. And now, do I think she wrong? Yeah, I think she's wrong. I think she's wrong only to the effect of this, right? I think she's wrong only to the effect of this. I don't want to see her do nothing that's gonna affect the baby. I don't want to see her do nothing that's gonna, I think Fats are gonna be a good dad no matter what, because he around a lot of good dudes. He around Tay. He around a lot of good dudes. But as far as he have a lot. When I mean he around a lot of good dudes, what I mean is, from what I see is in his foundation, he has a lot of family and a lot of older family members that's about something, and that could be influential to his life in a positive way. So that's what I mean. He's around a lot of good dudes as far as a family setting. I don't know as far as the all the gang stuff. I don't choose sides on none of that type of stuff, because it's all bad. It's all bad at the end of the day. Yeah, it's one thing that I'm be redundant with on this channel, and I'm gonna say that whenever something is bad, it's not too many right answers for that. And if you have one, like I always say, jump in the chat, and I'll be glad to elaborate, or we can I accept all ideas. So where are we right now? How much? We at 21. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Sharice Mills and Loose Cannon situation. When we done with the Bloodhound situation though, did I have anything else to say about the Bloodhound? Well, yeah, I want to jump to that just for one more second. Let me jump back to that for one more second. Yeah, so okay, I don't want to compare this at all to the all right, I don't want to compare this to that. I'm gonna say this, right? Whether they capping or not, the beef is already deadly, and Q50 going around that man child, it just spice it up that much. But I was thinking to myself, we made the first video we made. No, I'm lying. It wasn't the first video we made. Did we do any videos like that fell live yet? No, we didn't. I don't think we did. All right, but we took. I don't know if we did. Anyway, I talked a lot on the channel about. I made a video for the situation. I made a video, and you can go on my channel and find this video. I made a video about the Bibby, Lil Vert, Schooly G label situation, and I was alluding to on that video. It was a part in that video where I was naming a lot of the artists that was having problems, but I named one artist that was having a little bit of a problem, and they resolved it very quick. And that artist was Q50. He was having a problem with the label, and that problem only lasted. Oh, I ain't my phone like this. It's getting pressed this thing. Okay. That problem only lasted for I want to say a couple days, or 2 days. That problem didn't last long. Now, I was saying before, I got to do my homework. I don't know if Aspen is a part of. I don't think Aspen is signed to nobody in AMV. I could be wrong. But long story short, let's stick on Q50. Also on Aspen Cartier, but let's stick on Q50. Q50 and Vert and Schooly G, I know those three was having big problems, and Schooly G was with Vert and Q50, their problems to label was financial, but with Schooly G, his problem was more so of release dates. That was his problem with the label's release dates, which I found very interesting. Hold on, I'm smoking this blunt. Hold on. So yeah, I found that very interesting. That I was like, wow. Now let me break down to you why release dates is just as important as having just as serious. I want to break down to you how not being able to release your music is like not getting paid. So as far as him releasing music, he has a lot of projects done that the label is not letting him put out. So they letting him put out. They telling him when he could drop it. And the reason they're able to do this because he must have took a certain amount of advance money or took advance money, which a lot of artists do, and we talked about that too. And now he has no choice. Now I haven't. Matter of fact, I think I still been hearing. We're gonna do a live on I'd be scared to do live on certain things because I don't be want to get into situations. I don't be want to stir up a hornet's nest on situations that just out of my league. But we're gonna do another hip hop live. And when I say hip hop, we talking about labels, the Bibby situation, the Juice WRLD. Yeah, definitely the Juice WRLD situation. We gotta talk about that. Yeah. So back to what I was saying though. Yeah, the situation with Q50, he was complaining about money, and he was also awarded what's that before you what's that where they give you the money up front in advance with his deal also, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. But they fixed that with him because he's doing crazy numbers. Now, like I said, and like I don't want to be redundant, but what I said in the video that I made before, you can go on my page and find that video with the Vert and Bibby situation. The way you go about things a lot of times is the way you start things is the way they're gonna finish a lot of times. And the way he was going about things, I just feel like, just wasn't the right way, especially somebody like Bibby. Like, I was saying that before, that dude is like a player in a way. So it's like, what, when I mean a player, what I mean is, somebody that's laid back and resolved like that. If you coming at them, I could only see it going bad because it's like a quiet storm. You get what I'm saying? That's making sense to y'all, I'm drinking my soda home. I need to stay away from this soda, man. I need to stay away from the soda, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, G. So yeah, I feel like let's talk about this Bloodhound situation for another 2 hours. But yeah, bro, it's crazy, man. So last night we did our first we did our first visual stream. Go check that out. Deadly Places in America. That was our longest stream too, in which was only fitting because I did a stream on Alpo and pay the full situation, and I cut it short because I didn't know how relevant it would be to the audience. So I'm not gonna drag it out with y'all. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'll cut a situation short before I hold y'all hostage. So yeah, back to what I was saying, man. The label fixed the money situation with Q50. He been happy. Vert's still going through situations. Truly G, I gotta get back to y'all. And as far as fat, so this is what I want to say. Long story short, they're playing this situation very well, right? Because this is a dangerous situation anyway. Hip hop is dangerous, but drill hip hop is even that much more dangerous than just being a regular hip hop artist, right? So I like that. I like the chess move of him posting this. I like the chess move of him posting this. Listen, I want to think this, right? I want to think that he was already in LA when he posted the first pic, and then once he seen the reaction, he posted the second pic saying something about LA. Because if you remember the situation with the car in St. Louis, everybody was saying he was dead, and I think he when he got back to the rap, he posted something like, "Oh, what y'all, that's like, oh, nah, I'm Gucci," like something to that effect. So Q50 finally has the as far as the back and forth between Q50 and YFG Fatso, this has been the first time we have seen the young Fatso get rattled. So they hit him, like I said, in life sometimes, but he's handling it fairly well, as what I can see. But this is the first time that we see young Fatso get rattled. So far, throughout the battle between them and the conflict they've been having, Fatso been cool, calm, and collected. He's been cool, calm, and collected, and everything he just been on his Bruce Lee, like just blocking everything. But this is like a Mike Tyson hit. This has been a Mike Tyson hit. Now I don't mean as far as his career, because all publicity is good publicity, and this is gonna turn him up that much more, especially to the people that didn't know him, you know. And I'm sure that the people behind Q50, who are very smart, they like them boys behind Q50 and them is very smart. Very smart. But listen, right? I want to see them work that out. I don't want Vert. I don't want to see Vert get treated bad, bro. Because without, all right, how you put it, like when the Golden State Warriors had, you know, Clay and Steph and Draymond, you need all of them. And Bloodhound got where it got from Vert, Q50, and Jeff. It was even if you want to say Vert didn't play that much of a big role, he still played a role. Period. And the start of it, he going down in history. I don't like that. Now the way Vert handled it, I feel like this is where Q50 should have jumped in to a certain degree and be like, listen, blood, we gonna figure something out. Don't go about like that though. You feel me? But you know, so I don't know, like, because this is my stance on things as far as when conflicts happen. When the conflict happened within the same when conflicts happen between people in the same camp, that shit get very tricky. You know, it get very tricky, bro. So I don't want to beat a dead horse. We almost at the end of the show. Let's talk a little bit about the Sharice Mills loose cannon situation. Hold on, what else? We did YFG Fatso. I'm trying to think of all the other topics before we get to this one. Let's just get to the loose cannon and Sharice Mills. So they broke up, right? And she said she broke up with him because he was lying. What do I think about the situation, bro? I don't even know, man. Let me tell you, bro. Loose cannon makes me believe. Let me tell you, bro. One thing let me tell you. At this age I'm at, I gotta give people their credit when their credit is due, bro. And I'm gonna give y'all some advice. And I want y'all to, if y'all don't listen to nothing, I say, right? Listen to what I'm saying right now. Listen up. Even if you unfollow me, you don't ever come back here ever. If you take one thing, take this, right? Never judge a book by its cover, bro. I'm gonna repeat this. Never judge a book by its cover. Don't never judge a book by its cover, because you'll think you'll miss your blessing. That's what I say. You'll miss your blessing, or you'll just miss a situation, or you might get yourself hurt, or you might get hurt. You never know. Try to always be open-minded. And I'm not here to drop gems, but I don't do that no more. I'm gonna drop this gem because it might help your life the way it helped my life. Never judge a book by its cover, because he bought that girl a Bentley. So listen, right? Nah, this is why I say that, right? If anybody see how sexy Sharice Mills is, God bless her. Oh, man. You'll look at loose cannon and you'll be like, damn, if you don't know the background behind them, you don't see that. But see, that's not something dude's going to tell you. But listen, right? He finessed his way to the top, bro. Loose cannon reminds me of the dude. I don't know if y'all heard of the story. Go, you can look it up if you want. If you think I'm capping. And it was a dude act like he was a doctor. It was a dude act like he was a doctor, and he really was pretending to be a doctor for like a month or 2 months, bro. I don't know how he did it, bro, but he did. And you know, if you know the loose cannon background story, he in jail right now. He was pretending he stole his identity from another dude who was loose cannon. It was a producer who was working with Drake and Dr. Drake. So this dude, loose cannon, steals this dude's identity, and he started coming up, bro. He started coming up. Then he going on podcasts. He going on. Dude coming up, bro. And son, he finessed his way to the top, bro. It didn't last long. And I'm not happy about that. I don't feel no way about it. You know, I don't want to see a black man fail. I'm non-biased when it comes to a lot of things I talk about. A lot of things it's not that much I have feelings about. But yeah, that boy finessed his way to the top, bro. And with that being said, if you put your mind to it, you could do almost anything. You judge a book by its cover, and you never know why people do what they do. You never know what's going on behind closed doors. If she wouldn't have told you that, if she wouldn't have revealed that information, I wouldn't have. I was impressed, because that shows dude was like, you know what? And that's how I am. I ain't no selfish dude, bro. I don't mean that's how I am as far as I'm gonna buy somebody a car necessarily. Not saying I wouldn't, but what I'm saying is, in life, it's you know, you can't take everything with you. Like, now he locked up right now. What if he would have just squandered that money? You know, she got his child right now. Now she could do, you know, make her do her little 1-2s. But that's a nice little gift, bro. You know. So she broke up. She announced it yesterday. And I seen it late last night before I went to bed. So I said, oh man, this definitely gotta. And I feel like her excuse was kind of BS in a way, but at least she did it. I respect the way. I have so much respect for her, bro. Just the way she moved on the situation. She didn't bail as soon as things got hard. She tried her best to do. Let me tell you, sometimes in life, you have to. And I see a lot of people that don't do this. The things that you want to do. I'm gonna tell you a story, right? When I was a kid, I was in like, it was a part of, I went to the pool. So then there was a part of the pool that I was scared to jump in at, you know? So long story short, I eventually jumped in. I didn't drown, because, you know, obviously that I didn't, because I'm still here. But when you want to do things, you just got to jump in. And I see that with Sharice Mills. A lot of things that they want to do, they just jumped in and they made a big splash, bro. Like, you know, Sharice Mills and Loose Cannon was quite a team. I'm not gonna front, and I'm highlighting that because, ladies, fellas, look at the person you with. See if y'all can make something happen besides sex. See if y'all can make something happen besides baby. See if you can make something see if you can make something happen besides toxicity. Because on this channel, we're gonna talk a lot about situations and relationships, not just drill. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. So this episode, I feel like, was one of the more important episodes, and I hope we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna dive more into the relationship part of things soon. So yeah, as far as the Sharice Mills situation, there was a lot of things. Okay, so listen, right? I respect the way she went about the situation, but I'm gonna be real with you. There was a lot of pictures and a lot of things going on in her, I don't want to say her Instagram, or was it her Instagram? Was I seen? Was that the Instagram? I think no, it was the YouTube, or it was the YouTube and the Instagram. But there was a lot of things going on last week in that Instagram and the YouTube that was giving me the question marks, like you know, but not a good This ain't the when you go out to eat and you see some food coming, you like this is the like I don't know, I don't like that. It's looking crazy. I seen her out with some. Okay, see, that's what. I'm not here to stir the pot. Okay, I don't want to see. I don't want to say I seen her out with some dude. I want to say I seen her at an event with some. You can look this up. She was at an event with some. I don't know if he a billionaire, but he's somebody with a lot of money, bro. And he's on her, and he's posted as in. When you go to her page, he's on her page as an emblem, not like they're not together in the picture. As in, you know when somebody takes a picture and it's in the background, that's how it is on her page. As in but on some business type tip. But you look between the lines. I don't want to judge a book by its cover because I'll be contradicting what I just said. I told y'all not to do. I'm just saying it looks crazy, but at least she had the respect enough. If she out here doing stuff, for her to break it off for loose cannon and not have him looking crazy in jail and make him crash out because he's already going through enough stress. And if you can get a woman who can have that much consideration and hold herself in high standard and make you look good even when you're doing bad, that's a gift in itself, you know. But that is our show, man. That's our show, man. MDO podcast. This is episode 7. Shout out to everybody that been tuning in. I see y'all out here. Let this play when you're going to sleep. If you're not gonna watch it, it will help a lot. But yeah, man, I love y'all, man. I'm out.